Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of MRUTV. Today, the 28th of April, 2021, we are pleased to have a historical debate here at Muteesa Royal, the first university. This is the first presidential debate we are having at this prestigious university. And to moderate this debate, I will be with my host, and I myself, Nyombi Ronald.
Indeed, it's going to be a historic day here at MRUTV. And to participate in this debate, you're going to follow us on our channels, that is Facebook and YouTube. For any questions, you're going to send the questions on Facebook. Thank you.
In studio, we are pleased to have the Electoral Commission of the Muteesa, the first Royal University, the guild representatives of different faculties of the university. But most importantly, we have the two contestants who are vying for the topmost student seat of the university, which is the guild presidency seat.
Interesting energy in the MRUTV studios today. The weather may be chilly outside, but possibly here it's very hot, and it's going to be even more hot. Trust me. Yeah, this is the guild president debate. Please, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and you can send the questions. Together, this is the leadership, and also we are going to have three sessions in this debate. The first session is going to be the candidates will air their names, the full names, like your full names. The second sessions, the moderators will ask questions that are categorized on personal basis, knowledge of MRUTV, and candidates' manifestos. The third session is going to be questions to the candidates from the viewers and the audience.
Okay, we're going to go for a short break. When we return, we are going to start our debate with the first session, which will be the candidates introducing themselves.
A glance at the aim of regionalism empowerment. When you take a sport or either take a deep look at the way the aim of regionalism department is devoted to the practice. It is hands-on to every participant and backed by the well-stocked studios of Royal FM and MRUTV. The department has fed the group of practice with outstanding personnels backed by professionals in the practice, and it is seen from the products of the different students. Take a glance at every sector. The Royal FM has all the required machines and personnel to release a well-backed student. The MRUTV now has some of the most competitive programs in the media world. It is Muteesa 1Royal University Journalism Department.
Welcome back from this short break we had. We are going to set the ball rolling with our first and ever MRU presidential debate. The candidates are going to introduce themselves to their voters and to the viewers. And we shall start with the gentleman on my extreme right. Kindly introduce yourself to the viewers and to your voters.
Yes, I am Male Ashraf, the aspiring guild president of Muteesa, the first Royal University. I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in education in ICT. Well, I'm the National Unity Flag Bearer, National Unity Platform Flag Bearer at Muteesa 1Royal University on the post of guild presidency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashraf. Let's hear from your colleague. Introduce yourself to the viewers and to your voters.
Thank you so much. My name is Jiza Mzamiru Matovu Faizo. I'm from Faculty of SCAD. I'm pursuing bachelor's degree in development studies. Yeah, I'm contesting for the guild president.
Thanks for those eye-catching introductions, and hope your voters and viewers are partially familiar with who you are. Moving on, have listened to what you have said, what you have stand for. Now the voters are eagerly waiting to listen to your individual manifestos. Let's see what you have got for us. Let's begin with Mr. Male Ashraf.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, the moderator. Yes, earlier I said that I'm Male Ashraf. In my manifesto, earlier, before I came here, I talked to my comrades and informed them that we are standing on the Malay Ashraf 8-point program. The Malay Ashraf 8-point program is the best ever, earlier and before. In the 8 program, we are looking at promoting Muteesa 1Royal University and taking it to another level that everyone is more proud of it. We are looking at making Muteesa 1Royal University more vibrant than anyone that can think. We are looking at making Muteesa 1Royal University a better place for academic excellence, talk of co-curricular activities, talk of thriving in our talents. Now, in the 8 program, Malay Ashraf and the Muteesa 1Royal University Students Fraternity, we think that promoting hygiene and health in Muteesa 1Royal University, that will be the first program to be worked upon. In my manifesto, I go forward and put in the Muteesa First Trust Fund. This trust fund will help all the students in this mighty university not to lose the would-be useful citizens or fellow countrymen and women out of the what? The education sector. And this trust fund might organize talk of the Muteesa First Royal Run, where we'll venture money that we put in our trust fund to help or to fundraise those scholars that they can graduate in their professions. Now, in the other program, we look in the issue of the identification. Earlier in Muteesa 1Royal University, the IDs, it's like they take so long to be issued out. And we think that these instabilities in our mighty university, we might fall victims that we don't have origin. We don't know where we come from. So when I have that identity card, I can be recognized anywhere, whether it's a right in a city, that I'm a scholar. Hope I'm got. Now, another point or another program is social interaction and entertainment. In my manifesto, or in our manifesto as the Muteesa First Students Fraternity, we think that not, a white man stated that work without play makes Ashraf a dull boy. And at times the things we study, they are not those things that we are to do what? To pursue or to live in the future. Now, social interaction, here I may talk of the camps, talk of organizing finalist dinners, talk of moving here and there to socially interact with our comrades, that I get to know a person from SCAD school, a person from education school, a person from business school. We get that friendship, that relationship, that eventually outside the school, that person can acquire me a job. If I'm a business student, I can be helped by an education teacher to get me maybe a job in a certain school. That Malay Ashraf, where are you? We met at a certain camp. Now I want you to come in maybe Nakasongola. There is a school that needs a what? A basa. Now, I think you get to understand that social interaction. Through that social interaction, you get to know each other. We get to build that brotherhood, sisterhood in this mighty university. I talk of entertainment. Yes, work without play makes Ashraf a dull boy. In universities, or in this mighty university of our Kabaka, we think that entertainment should be more vibrant, because these are the things that we are to tell. Earlier, when I went for my university, we went for this and this. We had this party. We had, those are the stories to tell. I won't discuss only about the academic matters. We need life in our university. So I think if you go deeper in my manifesto, you get to know that many or much of food, much of life that we are promising in a new Muteesa. Another thing, we emphasize sports. These are the co-curricular activities. In this mighty university, we pay money for the sports, part of the functional fees. We think that to be more vibrant in this world, we need to promote our talents. We have scholars that can play soccer even more than or better than those in the national team. We have scholars that are good athletes, you know? So we need to make them feel life in this mighty university. We need to recognize them. We need to uplift their talents. I think I'm good. Now, in this manifesto, we look at a new Muteesa. We look at bringing a new Muteesa, that Muteesa that everyone will be proud of. We look at making Muteesa more vibrant, my friend. More, and a big brand in this world. Another point, or another program, Male Ashraf and the Muteesa 1Royal University Students Fraternity, we look at Nkoba Zambogo. Colleagues, fellow Muteesanians, you can't imagine that this mighty university was named after a strong man who called for this civilization that we look at and we say, wow. So I think to make it more vibrant, we need to also go back to where our university came from. This man is the so-called, or the great man ever in the history of Uganda, Muteesa I. We need to uplift Nkoba Zambogo. We need to make it more vibrant because it has nurtured politicians. It has nurtured people that we look at and we say, I would love to be like that man. I would love to be like that gentleman. Look at the Kakeekera of Buganda, Owekitiibwa Charles Peter Mayiga. Look at Segona. Look at many men that I can talk of, and you say that I feel I would be like this. Now, to make Muteesa more vibrant, we need to uplift Nkoba Zambogo. We need to bring back the glory of Buganda. Since we are in the mighty university of the Kabaka of Buganda, we think that we need to also promote the culture, the norms, and the what? And the goals of Buganda Kingdom. So, in a new Muteesa, my friend, we are going to eat chicken, chips, sausage, each and everything that you feel that the man is promising heaven and earth on Muteesa. Although, indeed, we are that generation that is going to nurture this distracted nation. But to pursue this, we need to first learn leadership skills in this mighty university through Nkoba Zambogo as the association or the biggest brand in all universities in Uganda. Male Ashraf and the Muteesa 1Royal University Students Fraternity, we look at lecturer-students relationship. Through this, I may talk of the scholars that there is a bridge we want to gap. Sorry, there is a gap we want to bridge. That gap, students in this mighty university, they face a challenge of information. They face a challenge of coordinating with their lecturers. So, as the IT student, I think that we need to promote ICT usage one. Through promoting ICT usage, we are working hand in hand with the ICT scholars to operate an application. That application will be called Ashraf Era. Now that application, it is to operate, or it is to help scholars in this mighty university to coordinate more or to operate more with their lecturers. Indeed, Male Ashraf is promising a new Muteesa in a new Uganda. For God and my country, I love you Muteesanians. We should just be prepared of the new Muteesa. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ashraf, for that quite interesting manifesto where we see that you're bringing a new Muteesa and chips and chicken and sausage. So we can't wait for that new Muteesa where we shall be enjoying such. Having listened to you, we're going to give a chance to Chiza to also tell us about his manifesto. Chiza, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you so much. Again, my name is Chiza Mzambil Mato Faizo, a student from SCAD faculty, pursuing a bachelor's degree in development studies. Chiza is the founder of the NGO called Messiah, MCIA. making change in youth and adult. This NGO is trying to educate and improving development with education in youth and adult. It is now in Muteesa district, second sub-county. And again, is the founder of the youth, it is called Dime Youth Development Group, where most of the lecturers at Muteesa University, they are among the members, like Dr. Jasahewa, Dr. Aisha Jagwe, they are among the Dime Youth Development Group. In Dime Youth Development Group, for us, we believe that in saving, we can create and we can make something from that small money. So, Chizam Zamil has come as a guild president. This is my manifesto. My manifesto has built on 3 pillars. The first one is extracting solution to the existing problems facing the entire institution. The second one is reviving the guild associations. The third one is marketing the university. These 3 pillars, I interacted with students and I get them from them. It is a dialogue. I will first talk about the extracting solutions to the existing problem facing the entire institution. In that, I talk about especially academics. In my manifesto, my point is especially on academics and tuition. Firstly, I first give some small view on the student. That a student, who is a student? Whom do we call a student on the institution? A student is that person who pays money to get knowledge or through teaching. So, here come. When I talk about a student, because we are all here at Muteesa University, we are paying tuition. But the way administration facilitate the student is really amazing. In this, I mean, we are paying some cost here, but in the delivery service of the university is limited. I've come and talk and I've talked about the renovation of the university. For real, we have everything here at Muteesa. We believe we have everything. When I talk about lecture rooms, is here. When we talk about Wi-Fi, is here. When we talk about policies and delivery services, all programs is here. But the problem is, we need some refurbishing. When you go to the student, you can ask them from different lecture rooms and different departments. They all believe and they all see this, that the lecture rooms, we don't have sockets, we don't have ceilings, and rooms with ceilings, they're in their shambles. It is really shaming the university. At least someone from the high school to join the university, we need at least to have some good infrastructure. And here I am. I've come to develop. I've come to renovate that one. For us, we are not promising chips and chicken, sausage, but we want to first work on that small thing we have. So we have come to talk, and we have come and we talked about gate policy. Gate policy, we have discovered that especially the administrators, they take care more to the gate policy more than the problems of the students. In this, I mean, during the gate policy, you don't allow to enter from on the gate. But you see, most of the students, they complain too much. Excuse me, we have this problem, we have this, but there is no solution. But when they come to the gate policy, no student will be allowed to enter from the gate. For us, as I said, this is a dialogue between. It is a dialogue. I built this one on the dialogue of the student and my committee. We discovered that there are many computer in computer laboratory is not functioning. There are very many there are not functioning. So we are also calling upon to renovate. It will be an innovation. We also find the poor computer laboratories. We also find the poor poor laboratory library. Poor library. There is no books. We are lacking some quality books and variety books. There is what you call a communication gap on this institution. How are you going to have a solution on this? For us, we believe that when you have a say together, a negotiation together with the administration, we want them to help us with a notice board, at least in a free access place, like on the gate. We find some students, they post on the inside the notice board, yet you are not allowed to enter on the gate. On the gate, there is no information. So we want to request them to put on notice board on the gate. So we also talked about games and sports. In games and sports, we believe that most of the students here at Muteesa University, assume we are 2,000, we are all paying 20,000 shillings for games and sports. But there are few people participating in games and sports. They are like 40. At least those people, give them a chance and give them at least a certificate. But also, they're achieving nothing from games and sports. And we believe in games and sports, people learn from there, not leave alone their background or their culture, their agenda, but they learn each other. There is a problem of Wi-Fi connection. As I said, that this is a dialogue between my committee and the students of Muteesa 1Royal University. Wi-Fi connection, we have Wi-Fi, but they're not connecting. And those people who connected on them, they are limited in number. We have another problem of charter. Since I joined Muteesa 1Royal University, they talk about charter. But when do we get the charter? Every day. So, for us, we believe that at least we are going to try, I myself and my committee, so that we demand the board members of the university, so that we get a charter. I think most of the students from Muteesa 1Royal University, they see that a small building at Mass Communication Law, Kodwango 1. There is a building for generator, but there is no generator for the university. Assume when the power is down, there is no other means of power supply. So, for us, we want at least to renovate that house with generator. There is a problem of resident challenge. We have lost so far two sisters during the COVID semester. The one was Nakafu, died with the accident of the border. She was staying at Nankulabye, where there is some where she was landing from, because of the money of the hostels. So for us, having the other place of Freedom Square, we are requesting at least to build there a hostel for the girls. If not, let the administrators of the university talk together with the vendors of the house blockers, at least to have a connection together with the location of the hostels of the students. I've talked about the marketing of the university. That is the second pillars. In this, I mean, for me, I want to serve an institution who has alumni, who see alumni more in strategy than a recruitment student. I believe that we have more.
Mr. Muteesa, you're going to wind up your manifesto in 5 minutes.
Yes. For me, I believe that those alumni outside, the strategy than the recruitment of the student. For example, assume Mr. King Saha. He was once a student here. There is a Tata Sam. We have Maulana and Kasu and Ray. Those people, they once a student here. But if we use this chance and we create alumni association, we'll come back to marketing our institution. For us, we are not talking about only one association at the campus, but for us, we are talking about the all associations. For us, we have called it Revival of Guild Association. Talking about Nkobazambogo, talking about Lotalactic Club, talking about Chivas, talking about Muteesa, and very many others, Muslim Association and others, fellowship associations. For us, we believe that those associations, they need only reviving them. So we shall work together because they are existing at this time, but they just need refurbishing or renovating them. In my conclusion, for me, I believe that we are going to read out this manifesto to the student, but let the student decide.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chiza. Dear viewer, you're still watching us live on MRUTV. This is the first ever Guild Presidency debate at MRU, which is Muteesa the 1Royal University. Having listened to these two gentlemen, they've given us quite a show about their manifestos. Their manifestos are earth-shaking. They move mountains, and I think some are promising heaven on earth. Let's go for a short commercial break. Stay tuned on MRU TV as we come back for the second session of this Guild presidential debate. Stay with us.